Hi. Okay, so let's look at the national grid reference. The national grid reference. So the national grid reference is a network of evenly spaced vertical and horizontal lines drawn on a map to assist in locating places or points. So on a map, I'm sure as a geographer or a student who takes geography, you understand when I say a map. I know you know what maps are. So on a map, you find that there are lines there. There are vertical lines that run from up to the bottom, as well as from east to west. Okay, so we use those lines to locate places on a map. Okay, so those lines are combined to locate places. Now, the vertical lines are numbered eastwards and are called eastings. What we mean by that is that on the map you find vertical lines drawn like this, and each of these lines has got a number. So the numbers start from this side going to the right. That's what we mean by they are numbered eastwards. So if this is line 42, then this can be line 43, line 44, line 45, line 46, and line 47. So they are numbered eastwards. Therefore, we call them eastings. Then we have horizontal lines, which are numbered northwards and are called northings. So these lines are horizontal. Horizontal lines are like this. They are drawn from right to left or left to right, like that. And we are saying these ones are numbered northwards. Okay, so this can be line 72, line 70, which numbers did I use here? Okay, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, and it goes up like that. So for horizontal lines, they are numbered northwards, and therefore they are called northings. Vertical lines are called eastings because they are numbered eastwards. You start numbering from the left to the right. Then the horizontal lines are numbered northwards, meaning you start from the bottom going up, and therefore they are known as northings. So when these two lines or the two types of lines are combined together, we have something like this. Remember, we have eastings, then northings, like that. So because they are crossing each other, you can tell that they are forming squares. Okay, so these ones will still maintain their numbers like that: 72, 73, 74, 75, 76. Then we said the eastings, we have 42, 43, 44, 45, and 46. Anyway, it goes like that. So when these types of lines are put on a map together, they form something like this, where they will form squares. And when you look at these squares, they are areas, they are regions. So we'll be able to locate places using these two types of lines: eastings and northings. Okay, so squares formed are identified by lines which enclose the southwest corners. Remember, I'm from drawing the diagram that combines the two types of lines, the eastings and northings. We had something like this. Okay. So we are saying, this point is saying squares formed are identified by lines which enclose the southeast corners. What we mean by this is that if this is point B, for me to tell the location of point B, I need to go to this corner and identify the numbers for the lines that are crossing at that point. Okay? Remember, if you look at this, I have this line, the vertical line, as well as the horizontal line. So the vertical line and the horizontal line are meeting, and where they're meeting, that's where I'll be able to identify the location for point B. Now, which one do we start with? We always start with eastings. Okay, so get the two numbers for eastings, then the last two should be for northings. Now, if this is 42, this is 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, and I have 72, 73, 74, 75, 76. For me to know the location, for me to use these lines to show the location of point B, I'll need to go to this line, start with the eastings, the vertical line, and get the number for this line. Okay, so this line is line 44, so I'll write my 44. Then I go to the other line, the horizontal line. Remember I said go to the southwest corner, and the corner is here. So the line passing through this corner vertically is 44. Then the one passing through the same corner horizontally is 74. Okay, so these numbers will tell me the location of point B. The location of a place or point can be given by using a 4-figure grid reference or a 6-figure grid reference. So what I've given here is a 4-figure grid reference, but when giving the location, we don't include the comma. If I'm asked to give a 4-figure grid reference for point B, then my answer will be 44, 74. As simple as that. So for the 4-figure grid reference, we give a general location for a certain point or for a given point. Because when you look at that square, it can be a very big area. So if I say point B is found in that area, it will be difficult for you to find point B. It's more like I'm saying Chomba lives in Lusaka. Okay, if I'm telling your friend, okay, Chomba lives in Lusaka, I'm not being specific. I'm just saying Chomba lives in Lusaka. So that way, it's more like giving a location using the 4-figure grid reference. Now, for me to use the 6-figure grid reference, I'll need more lines in these boxes. And the 6-figure grid reference is more accurate. Okay, if I want to give an accurate answer or direction, I'll need to use the 6-figure grid reference. I can say, okay, Chomba lives in Lusaka, in Libala. I even give the street or the house number. Okay, so in that way, I'm being specific. The first one, I just said Chomba lives in Lusaka, and it's more like saying, okay, point B is in 4474. Okay, so the 4-figure grid reference is not accurate. The 6-figure grid reference is accurate. How do we find the 6-figure grid reference? Just like the way we find the 4-figure grid reference, we look at the line, the lines where they are crossing at the corner there. Then we start the eastings, we go to the northings. Now the only difference is that here we have 4 figures. For the 6-figure grid reference, we need to have 6 figures. Therefore, we'll have 3 numbers for eastings and 3 numbers for northings. So if you identify the location with the 4-figure grid reference, or you give the 4 figures, then for you to get the 6 figures, it will be easy. How do we find the 3rd number for eastings and the 3rd number for northings? Okay, so we have this map. And we have our point B. If I remember, it was in, this is 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 72, 73, 74, 75. So point B is here. Okay, point B is there. And we've said a 4-figure grid reference is 44, 74. For me to get the 6-figure grid reference for point B, I'll need to have more lines inside the box. Okay, so if I depict that box, which is like this, I'll need to have 9 lines inside. Okay, so this is 70, this is 44, and this is 74. So from starting from here, I'll have 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 44, 44.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. Okay, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9. Then we go to 45. So you need to have about 9 lines inside, so that when you count, it should be 44.1, 44.2, 44.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, 45. Then we do the same with horizontal lines. From 74, we'll have 74.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9. Then it takes us to 75. So to give a 6-figure grid reference, we are saying, let's say we didn't start with the 4-figure grid reference. We just go straight to finding the 6-figure grid reference. Let's say point B is here. Okay, so the first thing is to get the first 3 figures for eastings. So the eastings are vertical numbers and the vertical lines, and the vertical line in this square is 44. So I have my 44. I need to find the 3rd line for eastings. So from here, I'll have to count to the right. So also 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. So here I'm not going to put a point. I'll just put 5. Then get the northings, which is 74. Again, I'll need to get the 3rd number. So from 74, I have 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6. Okay, 0.6. So my 6-figure grid reference for point B is 44, 57, 46. As simple as that. So the points that you need to get from here is that when you are getting the 4-figure grid reference, you only need four figures, and this is not accurate. It just gives the general location of a given place or point. You always start with the eastings, the vertical lines. So you go to the corner of the square you are looking at, then get the numbers for the two lines from where they are crossing. For example, B, location B, we have this line and that one, and they are meeting here. So you get the vertical lines first, the vertical line first, then you go to the horizontal line. So the 4-figure grid reference for B is simply 44 and 74. You don't write with a comma, it's just 44, 74. To get the 6-figure grid reference, you still need to look at the southwest corner where the two lines are crossing. Now with this one, you need 3 figures for eastings and 3 figures for northings. So when you get the first 2 figures, which is that big line there, the next thing you need to count the lines in the box. If the lines are not there on the map, let's say you're in an exam and the map doesn't have these small lines, please try to use a ruler and put those lines, or you can even count without even drawing them. When you put a ruler there, you'll be able to count the lines inside the box. So you get the first 2 lines, then you count until you find the point you are looking for. So the first 3 for eastings, then you do the same for northings. So you go to the first one, which is the 74, you write, then you count the lines inside the box going up for you to get the 6th figure. Let's look at an example. Suppose we have a map like this. Maybe 35, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Here, 52, 53, 54, 55. Then we are told to find point P and point C. So point P is there, point C is there. Pause the pause the video and try to find the 4-figure grid reference and the 6-figure grid reference for both points. Okay, so if we were to find the 4-figure grid reference for point C, like I said, we need to look at this point, right? So where they are crossing, meaning our lines, the lines we're dealing with are this line and the other one. So we have 38 and 54. So point C is located at 38, 54. This is a 4-figure grid reference. That's all. Then the 6-figure grid reference, we have 38. We need a third number for eastings. Then we have 54. We need a third number for northings. Okay, so if we were to put, we don't even need to put, do we? Okay, here I can only put the horizontal lines. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so when drawing the lines, please use a ruler. I'm using freehand, so the spaces are not even. The spaces are supposed to be even. So use a ruler. Okay, so I said I'll only put horizontal lines because when you look at point C, it's lying on the main line, which is line 38. I don't need to put vertical lines there. So for Eastings, I have 38. And since the point is lying on the line, here I have a 0. Then 54 for Northings. Now here I can count. So from here I have 54.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. So we have 5 there. So the 6-figure grid reference is simply 38, 0, 5, 4, 5. This is a 6-figure grid reference. Okay, then the second one, so this is for point P. Point is point C. Point P. Point P, we have this square, and the southwest corner is here. So the lines passing there, we have, for Eastings, we have 40. Then for Northings, we have 53. So this is a 4-figure grid reference. For 6-figure grid reference, I already have the 4. So 4, I need the third one. 53, need the third one. So here I'll need the lines horizontal and vertical. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Please use a ruler. Then Northings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so for Eastings, I have 40. After 40, I have 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. Everything is giving us 0.5. I don't know why. It's not always 0.5. Then we have 53, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. Okay, so I have 40, 55, 53. The 6-figure grid reference is 40, 55, 33. 6-figure grid reference. Suppose we have a point at this point. Point F. What are the answers for both 4-figure grid reference and 6-figure grid reference? Pause the video and try it. Okay, so here the 4-figure grid reference is simply for F. The 4-figure grid reference is simply, it's just at the corner there. We have 38 and 53. So 38 and 53. That's the 4-figure grid reference. Then for the 6-figure grid reference, I have 38, then 53. So what do you think? What are your answers? Like we did here, if you remember, we had a 0 here because the point was on the line. Okay, so even here the point is on the line, the vertical line, giving us 0. Even for the horizontal line, the point is on the line, so even here we'll have a 0. So the 6-figure grid reference for point F is 380530. Okay, I hope this video will help you. Try to answer the questions in past papers. Okay, I wanted to give the questions from past papers. Unfortunately, there are papers, but there are no maps. So if you have the map, you can try to answer questions on the 6-figure grid reference. That's for grade 12. Okay, paper 1 should be question 1. Paper 1, question 1, the 6-figure grid reference. Hope the video will help. Next time.